Ahead, Whitney, thank you. 6:01 new this morning. If you live in Hannibal, you're probably pretty happy you don't have to boil your water this morning.
And this comes after the Hannibal Board of Public Works issued a citywide boil order on Thursday that lasted through Saturday. WGEM's Ryan Hill is live in Hannibal with more on those details about why this happened. Ryan, what have you learned?
Well, what I've learned here is that according to the Hannibal Board of Public Works, they do 20 tests every month to monitor the water quality here in Hannibal. Now, the coordinator of customer and community relations says one site had tested positive for E. coli last Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, that test site tested positive twice, and the Missouri Department of Natural Resources ordered them to shut down the city's water as a precaution last Thursday. Now, further tests revealed the E. coli was isolated at that site alone. And a release from the DNR says due to the site being isolated and improperly disinfected, they shouldn't use that site for routine testing. She says when dealing with bacteria in the water, only the DNR has the authority to shut down the service or issue boil orders, whereas Hannibal Board of Public Works can shut down water when it's time for repairs.
We may have a water main repair where we have to turn off the water completely for a very specific area, be it just a street or a few blocks, or the pressure gets down low enough that we have to place just those residents and those households that are in that area on a boil order.
She says they erred on the side of precaution because they didn't want to risk anyone getting sick. She says they haven't had to issue a citywide boil order since 2013 when lightning struck their treatment plant. Now, some local businesses had to close their doors during the order. Now, we'll have reaction from them in the next half hour. Live in Hannibal, Ryan Hill, WGEM News.
Ryan, thank you. Mitchell says the likelihood of this happening again is very slim, but this allows them to prepare for next time.